The Entente and the Central Powers, attempting to hide their troops from this slaughter, had begun a new military tactic called trench warfare. In October, both sides began to dig in, and roughly 400 miles of trenches began to be dug on both sides of the war, stretching from the English Channel to the Swiss Alps. And throughout the whole war, roughly 35,000 miles of trenches had been dug. That's enough trenches to encircle the earth 1.5 times. The trenches were often cramped, muddy, wet, cold, and infested with fat rats that ate the dead. And when I mean fat rats, I mean rats so large that they'd give New York rats a run for their money. It would often be so wet in these trenches, if you got wet, you would never begin to dry off unless you were able to leave the trench. Often trench foot would begin to take the soldiers' feet. Trench foot happens when someone's foot stays so wet for so long it begins to die, and the skin rubs off and gets infected. The only way to fix this is to get out of the cold and wet trenches or to cut the limb off entirely. Roughly 100,000 Entente soldiers were affected by trench foot during the First World War. If you like what you saw and you want to watch the whole video, or looking for more history videos, go check out my channel.